Alright, it says we're live. I'm gonna make sure this is going. Okay, yeah, I can hear. Okay. Alright, cool. I think we're good to go. Take this earbud out. Hopefully, I'm going to add back. Like, it was being really, really weird. Let me add back. Nope. Because I am gonna. You guys can start asking questions or whatever if you want to chat, and I'm gonna get this set back up, my OBS here, but man, it was being really, really weird. Okay, I think that's good. Pull this down here and make this smaller. What's up, language learning lover? What's up, Alan Christian Cruz? What is up? Dun, 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 dun. Let me shrink this. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Alright, that should maybe do something. Cool. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. So what is happening, everybody? It's been a minute since I've streamed, but we are back on here, and apparently I've just jacked my OBS all kinds of up since the last time that I streamed, because it is all kinds of messed up. I need color source. Let's do what colors, like color. I don't know. Let's rock with maybe that. Anyway, I'm gonna hang out and chat and whatever, and then we can. There we go. Let's do that, and then move this over here. Make that a little bit bigger. Also move it behind everything, just so it's not just a blank weird thing there. Anyway, all right, cool. So now that that is situated, I think we are good to go, maybe? Hopefully. Now let me try, I'm going to try reconnecting. All right, I think it's good. I think it's back up and running. Okay. Now I think we're good. Cool. So yeah, I'm just going to, let me make sure my desktop audio, yeah, desktop audio is on. That way I can test. I'm just going to hang out. If you guys have questions, cool. I will gladly chat with you all. If not, I'm kind of going to just hang around, do a little bit of some Duolingo Japanese. This is Spanish. I was wondering why there's so much. And some Chinese where my son was working on. How's it going? It's good, man. It's going really, really good. It is going really, really good. Alright, so just kind of hanging in there. Getting through the holidays and getting through just kind of a busy December and whatnot. But yeah, we're still going pretty well, so alright, I need to refresh. I mean, I don't really. Hiragana's fine. So I've got down to here, and I still have a pretty decent way to go. Like I said, I am just for the sake of fun while I'm doing live streams, I'm going to start going through some Duolingo. Doesn't mean it's my normal standard study routine, but it's something that, you know, should be at least a little bit fun and whatnot. So we are going to do that. I need to switch. Last thing, and then I'm good. Where's my phone? Here it is. Boom. Okay. So what is everybody up to? Boom. And all right. That's posted. That's posted. And we're good. Now we're just going to start Duolingo. You sure you want to be doing Duo? It tends to leave negative mindset. I do want to do Duolingo. So that's what I'm going to do during live streams. It's one of the only things I can live stream because I can't really stream me watching TV or anything.
Shika?
Shika? That's weird. How? How what? Bear.
Kuma.
Shika? Shika?
What's up, Zeffy? Welcome. Zoo?
動物園。
動物園。
鹿は重いですか？
鹿は重いですか？鹿は重いですか？What is 鹿？
鹿。
Ah, deer. Okay. Deer. Oh, wait. Yeah. R. Deer. Heavy. Bum bum. 鹿。
鹿？
Dope.
上野動物園はとても古いです。
The Ueno Zoo. Ueno 動物園はとても古いです。Is very old.
妹は学校でとても静かです。
妹は学生。
妹は学校でとても静かです。
とても静かです。
静か？
Oh, I knew quiet. Yeah. Good call. Alright. とても、My little sister 学校でとても静かです。学校 is,
学校
yeah, school. 学校で is very, yeah, is very
静か？
quiet at school. Like I said, guys, I'm just doing this. I figured this would be something fun to do while I was doing Q&As versus just having a giant picture of my face. So feel free to talk away. That's my main goal is to chat with you guys. I'm just doing this just to kind of pass the time, so it's not just you looking at me. All right. What's up, Daydreamer444? What am I doing? Oh, matching the okay.
声。
Away. Bin shika shika.
鹿？
Shizuka. And Nambini. Nambiki.
何匹？瓶。
Bin shika.
静か？
動物園には鹿が少ない。
動物には鹿しない。
少
That's
ない。
few. So there are few deer at the zoo. Ohio State. Well, welcome to the stream. Could you give an update on your life as it relates to language learning? How goes the venture you mentioned last time on your other channel? So I mean, language is going. I knew that this month was going to be just kind of making sure, like, because I told you, like, I took time off. I stayed away because I didn't want to kind of create a negative atmosphere and all that junk, and I just needed to kind of clear my head a little bit. I've been studying Japanese every day for the past little bit and kind of getting back into a swing of things. And so that's going well. I'm still watching TV, watching YouTube. I'm trying to be a little more proactive with while I'm watching, like looking stuff up. Like I'm trying to do more than just watch for the sake of watch and hear it. So that's going pretty well. Like trying to look words up and some stuff like that, and that's going a lot better versus just for the sake of Japanese being on. So I'm trying to be more proactive with my time. The other stuff is going well. It's just one of those things where with the holidays and things like that, it's kind of hard to get stuff done just because of just different people's time and the way that kind of stuff works, again, just based on it being so close to Christmas and the New Year and stuff. So once that's settled, like I've got some stuff right now lined up. It's just kind of waiting on an appropriate time to get so. But everything's going good in that regard. And I'm anxious to continue with the Japanese. I do have, for this channel, I have some interviews lined up that I'm going to start getting those out again. I've got, I'm going to be chatting with Abigail from Polyglot Progress. I think we're going to wait. I'll have to double check my Twitter. Probably after Christmas, after New Year's, after kind of the settle down. I'm going to be talking to, there's a channel called Icelandic for Foreigners, which is ran by a guy named Brian. And Icelandic is something that I really, really love. And I found his channel through Tyler that runs Tongue Tied Blog. He sent it to me, and I really, really liked it. And so I've watched some of his stuff. He actually explained. I kind of wish there was a channel like that for Japanese that explained it so thoroughly, but not with it sounding like you're watching a grammar class. Anyway, I've got him, and I've got a couple of other people that I'm working on. So I've got some of that stuff coming as well. So it's just the end of the year, man. It's like everything slows down for me because from November 30th through Christmas, we run right into like my son's birthday is November 30th, and then just the flow of the holidays, man. It's just a busy time of year, but everything's going good. How is your audio understanding of your target language? I'm having a hard time leaving the language, probably learning the language through speaking. Are there any tips, methods you would recommend? So it depends on what it is. I can hear pretty decently. Doesn't mean I know what they're saying, but I still have a long way to go in regards to that. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff that I need to work on in regards to that. Like there's some stuff that I think I know what they're saying, and then I'll read a subtitle and it's completely different. So, but for the most part, I feel pretty comfortable in hearing it, at least to the point to where I could look it up. Again, that doesn't mean that I know what they're saying. It just means that I can kind of pick out words when I hear them. If it's words that I'm familiar with, I can hear them pretty well, which, you're familiar with them. I'm having a hard time learning the language through speaking. Yeah, so I'm definitely... my channel grew based off of... I'm still doing an immersion-based method. Like, I'm still learning through immersing in Japanese, but I have no issues with speaking from the beginning. That's just personally. Just getting some sort of tutor to work with would be helpful. Or Pimsleur. I think Pimsleur's really, really cool. I like Pimsleur a lot, actually. And just as they say things, repeating it aloud. If that, I think that could help a lot. So, thanks for the update. No problem. Just wondering, have you ever tried watching Let's Plays? I watch in Japanese. I watch a girl named Asuka. She has a channel called Asuka Channel, and I watch her. She plays Mario Maker. She plays some random stuff sometimes, but a lot of it seems to be Nintendo oriented. There's a lot of Mario Maker, a lot of like Mario Kart, that kind of thing. So I'll watch her. There's another guy that I watch that I can't remember what his name is. Let me pull it up on my phone because I'm subscribed to him, but I don't want to switch channels because of, like, on my computer because of streaming. Hold on one second. But he streams a lot of random stuff. He actually had a series where there was a game. Man, I can't remember what the game was called. Hold on. This will be a lot cooler if I can say stuff besides. He had a thing that was kind of like this. What is the dude's name? Of course, it depends on if he's uploaded recently also. I watch Fate games. He plays some Mario stuff as well. I feel like this dude usually uploads pretty often, but I don't know. Nintendo, Julity Life, Yoko, Gentai, Jaku. All right. Well, maybe I can find. I'll try to find this, but Oh, here we go. Poki. Yeah, Poki. Yeah, toire, I gotcha. Boom. He had a series where he played... Let me see if it's a playlist. He played a game... Anyway, the point is, yes, I do. I don't in particularly see a playlist. I do watch Let's Play people from time to time. I like it because I like hearing how they speak because it's not like a scripted speech. I also watch, one of the things I watch a lot is a channel called Julidy, Julidy, or Julidy Life. There's one, they have like 2 channels, and it's a guy and a girl, and it's really, really incredible. Like, because it's a lot of just day-to-day stuff, so there's a lot of stuff that I can understand in that. I'm currently learning Chinese right now. Are you learning Mandarin or Cantonese? What are we doing here?
鹿
Shika?
静か
Shika? This is
海
Ike.
池動物
クマが好きですか？
Kuma ga suki desu ka? Do you like bears? Mandarin? Okay, I figured as much. That's generally the common one, but I never want to assume because the time that I assume somebody will be
上野
like,
動物
I'm
園
learning
はとても古
Cantonese.
いです。上野動物園はとても古いです。はとても古いです。クマたちは上野動物園に住んでいます。
Komotachi wa the bears. Komotachi wa ueno doubutsuren sundeimasu. Okay, so the bears live at the Ueno Zoo. Does Japanese or Korean have tones? Not in the sense of Chinese, but they have a pitch accent where certain ways that you say a word can affect the meaning. But a lot of it can also be understood through context. Like, ame is rain, and it's also like candy, but you know, depending on how you say it can change the meaning. But if somebody said, "Oh my God, it's ame outside," I wouldn't think that they meant I wouldn't think that they meant, "Oh my God, it's candying outside." So, but you know. I'm not saying don't learn that stuff. I'm just saying it's not as intense as Chinese in that regard. Cool. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't study Chinese. Cool. I find them good for comprehensible input because what they're saying is directly related to what's going on the screen. Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree with that completely. Duolingo, how could you? Yeah, I'm just having some fun. What do you do for reading in Japanese? Have you read any mangas or books in Japanese, or do you use other things? I use Link I'll import stuff to read. I read through like the first 50 mini stories they have in there, and it's really, really cool. Okay, Robert Paul, thank you so much, man. That is incredible. Thank you so much. I read with Link on stuff that I import, like videos. But if you're looking for curated content, check out Satori Reader. I can actually show you that here in a minute. Satori Reader is really cool because you can, as you're reading, you can make flashcards out of the words that you need to know there, and it creates the flashcard with the context of that sentence. And then if you see the word again and you're like, oh crap, I've already seen it, there's a little button that instead of creating a new flashcard, it says add context to like your current card. So it'll give you the multiple contexts. Really, really cool. After I finish this lesson real quick, I can show you Satori Reader. I did a stream a long time ago with Satori Reader. And I actually reset it because I had like 1,000 flashcards that I needed to go through. And I didn't want to do that. So I just reset it. But yeah. But Satori Reader. There's also a really cool website called Bilingual Manga. If you're looking for... I've messed with this a little bit, but I still feel like I'm not quite where I need to be just yet. But, so hopefully this isn't like NSFW or anything, but regardless. So we're going down here. Oh man, a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, so this is probably a title page. Let's go down here. Here we go. Boom. Wow. Boom. Yeah. So, and you can say like, oh, cool. Chichi-san, mite kudasai. Yuki desu yo. So, yeah. Oh, good. Look, it's snow. Okay, cool. So that's a pretty cool site too. Really dope. Like I said, Robert Paul, thank you so much for that, man. That means a ton. I noticed in earlier live streams you were quite hesitant to say if you were taking a break or not from the language learning, no doubt because of pressure. Do you think the pressure by those who watch you was a factor during your burnout stage? Yes, absolutely. And that's what I'm doing now. Like, even with the Duolingo thing, I know that probably a majority of my viewers are going to be like, that's terrible. I don't care. I really don't. I'm not saying I don't care what you guys think. I'm just saying I have a method that I'm using, and I am progressing in Japanese, and it's working fine. And if I want to do Duolingo during a live stream, I'm going to do Duolingo during a live stream. If I don't feel like studying a day, I'm not going to study that day. And I'm to that point now, and I definitely appreciate all of the input that I get, but, you know, and if it's done in a constructive way, I don't mind. But man, I don't care. Like, this is a hobby. I don't make a living off of this. It's a hobby. I cannot live my hobby to appease other people. And so, yeah, I'm going to be a lot more, I was pretty open about what was happening, like with trying to take some time off and stuff. Yeah, I don't care anymore, man. Like, and I don't want people to think that, oh man, whatever. But it's a slippery slope. If you let people dictate what you do, you're never going to do what makes you happy. And yeah, so, but yeah, that's hopefully that answers your question there. That's so convenient. Oh yeah, it's super cool. Duolingo is such a good motivator because it keeps it fun. Yeah, so it's not my preferred method, and if I wasn't live streaming right now, I would be doing something else. But again, I think during a live stream, I think it's perfectly fine because I'm looking for just something to kind of to do while I'm chatting with you guys. Because I'm not burning through the lesson now. I'm chatting with you guys because I'm in a conversation. But as it chat fluctuates, I'll go through and finish them. Actually, I can finish this right now. Boom. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. And honestly, Duolingo, I will say this, people knock on it all the time, myself included. I don't think that, the thing is, it is something that is designed to be a supplement, and if it's used in that regard, I think it's fine. This has helped me read a lot, like just reading this right here is helping, and so, yeah. It's just, I think it's okay. So true. Oh yeah. From a viewer's perspective, it's a shame. I enjoyed the frequent updates and following along. Oh, those are coming. Yeah, I'm gonna continue updating, and I think, I don't care if people think I learn slow. I really don't, because I'm not learning a language to impress or, whatever. I'm learning a language for what I want to. So yeah, I'm gonna continue updating regularly. Like I said, give me a little bit to get through Christmas and stuff. I'm gonna continue trying to, but through Christmas and the new year to settle back down. And then I'm gonna talk about everything I want to do next year with Japanese and just continue moving forward. And I'm gonna keep going. My echo was going off. And I'm going to keep going. And like I said, man, I mean, if people... The thing is, I don't care, man. I would love to have subscribers, and I would love to have people watch, but if it's going to make you so incredibly mad at the way that I'm learning because it's not the way that you are, I don't want that person watching anyway. Now, again, if it's done in a constructive manner, cool. I will gladly take... There's a guy that comments on a ton of my videos, and a lot of times it can be really negative, but it's done in a constructive way. And I will absolutely always take that guy's advice, or, at least implement or, whatever, look into it, because, it is what it is. I appreciate the constructive feedback. I know that people trash Duolingo, but it's worked wonders for me. I think it helps you construct sentences. Well, the thing is, if anybody wants to trash Duolingo, and I have myself, I learned, and I don't speak it now because I haven't used it in 2 years. I learned Esperanto solely through Duolingo. So, to a point where I went to a convention and got around and spoke and could understand and not have to use English strictly from Duolingo. So, just keep it what you're doing. Yeah, oh yeah, that's for sure. That's That's what's up. I get that Duo works as a supplement, but why use it as such if there are much better supplements out there? Because it's something I want to do. Like, I mean, it's one of the easier things to do while streaming. I don't have to be overly focused on it. I can kind of watch it and then watch the chat when I want to, and yeah. Also, depending on what people think are better supplements, is also suited like to the person. Now that I've gotten into a rhythm with Kumiyamika, okay, cool. That's really cool that you have somebody to go to learn with. That's really cool. That helps a lot. I learned Esperanto side by side with the legendary my buddy Kyle. But yeah, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from, Ethan. It's just something I want to do. Can I ask how you measure your progress, particularly with Japanese? I mean, there's nothing that I really do. Like, I don't take like a JLPT test or anything like that. It's just you go through these phases and you're hitting a wall and you feel like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden you kind of just realize, oh, I understand a lot more. Or something that I want to do is, because I haven't watched Kintaro the Sweet Tooth Salaryman in a few months, I want to go back now and watch it and see how much more I understand of it. That would probably be a pretty good measuring stick. Milunas Esperanto kun mi amica. That's really cool. I made a video on, was it this channel? It might have been my main channel, because I did a few vlogs in Esperanto on my main channel. Or, well, my other channel, the Seabolt TV channel. But I can't, anyway, I made an entire vlog about learning with my wife. She actually did about probably at the time about a half of the Esperanto tree, which it's grown now, so it wouldn't be half now. Everyone has a certain way they learn. For me, I write everything I'm learning down on paper, but it's better for memorization, in my opinion. Yeah, I know that works for a ton of people. Absolutely. You're learning Japanese, takes years. If you'd focus on Romance language, you'd have finished 3 or 4 already. People need your... Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I've told... As a matter of fact, me and my wife were... for the first time since all this started, and when it started calming down, which it's crazy again now, but when it had started calming down, I went to a Mexican restaurant, and I was talking to her about it, and she was asking me what some of the stuff on the menu was or whatever, because there's some stuff that was still in Spanish, and I mean, I can still kind of do that, and I was like, man, if I would have spent the last 8 months learning Spanish or something, I probably would be just good now. Not like, I'm not saying the F word, I'm just saying I would probably be better off. But yeah, man, I'm learning Japanese. For me, I can't spend 8 hours a day on it, and I don't really care that I can't spend 8 hours a day on it, and I'm perfectly satisfied with my 1 to 2, 3, maybe 4 hours, depending on what the circumstance may be. But yeah, so... Alright, what am I doing?
静かにしてください。静かにしてください。
Please, okay, not sure why I right click there. Please be quiet. The F word. Yeah, I don't generally like that word. My older sister, I didn't hear what she said. Likes bears. What a weird sentence. My older... Oh, Ani. Not Ane. Yeah, that's clearly not sister.
鹿を見ましたか?
鹿を見ましたか? Did you see a deer?
動物園にはクマがいますか?
Are there bears in the zoo?
上野動物園にはクマがいます。
There are bears at the Ueno Zoo.
その山の中はとても静かです。
Nakawa. So, その mountain Nakawa. So, とても静かです. It is quiet on that mountain. It is very quiet on that mountain. What did I put? Oh, I didn't put for the totemo. I'm confused why Naka's there. Yeah, I'm confused why Naka's there, but I guess that's just a grammar point. It is very quiet on that mountain.
兄は熊が好きです。
My older brother likes bears.
その山の中はとても静かです。
その山の中はとても静かです。It is very quiet on that mountain. Bum bum. Cool. Continue. 4 lingots. 1-day streak. All right. Could you summarize your experience with Anki, particularly its statistics feature? Maybe seeing a drop in correct percentage like with your Anki deck. What's your cup of tea? So 100% honesty, I've pretty much just been looking words up and going through there, which has actually made some words stick. I've not used Anki in like a month. I need to get back up on that. Because I do have like the Migaku web extension, and like I can get the subtitles and make the cards that way. But yeah, I've not honestly used Anki a lot, and I think a lot of it's just because of there was a lot of useful information in the like the N5 deck and the N4 deck. And at the same time, it was stuff that I never heard while immersing. Almost like some of the stuff was, but then like there was a lot that wasn't, and so I just kind of stopped using the N5 and N4 deck. Like I finished the N4 deck completely. I mean the N5 deck completely, and then I just after the first little bit, I just decided, man, this is not really what I want to do. I don't really want to use time to. I don't want to spend a ton of time on that deck as to where I could just kind of immerse and pick words out that I hear while watching and kind of go from there. I have a 62-day streak on Link right now. 100 links a day. I've learned so much. Yeah, if you can keep getting that there, like that's the way to. I think Link is awesome. Like I struggle a bit with. I struggle a bit with Japanese because of the way that the words are parsed sometimes, but yeah. Do you pay for Duolingo Extra? I do, yeah. A lot of that's because, like, we haven't used it in a little bit, but my son, he's 4, and he keeps saying he wants to learn Chinese. He always asks me, he'll say something, and he'll say, Daddy, how do you say this in Chinese or that in Chinese? And so, we'll go through like a lesson or two on Duolingo, and from where, because I let him pick it, and he'll pick the symbols and stuff that are the characters and stuff, and just for the sake of not failing lessons or anything like that. Also, once I did that and I didn't have the hearts, Duolingo became a whole different experience, and it was not near as humdrum, and it didn't feel like I was being penalized for missing something, because I'm not. So it is what it is. Are you from Refold? Oh, Ethan Entertainment. Refold. I don't know what Refold is, so I guess no. That's so cool. Yeah. Alright, let's finish nature real quick. Your Japanese journey is an interesting case study, dude. I made my Anki deck using sentences I mine from media I enjoy, but I understand if you use someone else's deck, random stuff might come up and is less likely to stick. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I want to make my decks. And a lot of that's going to come to when I have time to sit. And I know, oh man, that's where I probably wouldn't have said that in the past, because it's like, oh, you got to make time. No, I don't. I can learn Japanese at my own pace and be perfectly fine. If I feel like playing with my son over watching a 30-minute Japanese TV show and immersing, guess what I'm going to do every single time. So yeah, once I can get back to where I'm like watching stuff on my computer and having my Anki up and the dictionary and all that crap open, yeah, absolutely will start to do that. And I think that will be beneficial because there's that connection too. You made the card. There's an attachment to it because of whatever you're watching or whatever the case may be.
Uma.
Saru.
動物園には猿がいます。
But you struggle to sentence mine, right? It's a vicious. Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. But I think it's just because I've never really gone about it. I actually have a call. I'm going to be working a little bit with Matt today, and I'm going to try to get, honestly, kind of resettled back in and just, I don't know, make stuff kind of happen a little bit easier for me. So that's my plan anyway. Doubutsu ni wa saru ga imasu. There are monkeys in the zoo. Yeah, and that's the thing. Why do you need to learn this? Why do you need to know Doubutsu ni wa saru ga imasu? Well, it's teaching you context, because if you know Doubutsu ni wa, you can substitute saru and then with anything and then ga imasu, and guess what? It's in the zoo. But you sure wasn't. I was actually trying to find some easier wrestling related websites for you, but they are so rare. Man, I searched on there's a website called zerotohero.ca, and this is a really cool site also. I think I mentioned it before, but anyway, so Japanese. Let me make sure my Japanese keyboard is on. All right, so there we go. Puro resu. So if you search pro wrestling, this site will show you videos with the you see all these blanking out. That's because they recognize there's no subtitles. Boom. All right, so the entire first page, no, like there's nothing, man. Like pro wrestling apparently does not subtitle stuff. Boom, 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 boom. That'll be off. All these will be off. That'll be off. Naito. So anyway, the point is that yeah, there's not a lot of wrestling related stuff. This one does, because I've done and watched this one before. Yeah, so the cool thing is, so you'll find a video like this after you search the topic you want, and when it's like this has not automated subtitles. This searches man-made subtitles. That way, it's like not guesstimation. It's what the people are saying. So, but yeah, there's not a lot for puro-res. So when you make cards, will you just watch a conversational video or a TV show and pick out the words you don't know, even if they are unrelated? Like the deck won't be themed? No, because what I'll probably do is have a show that I mine. That's probably what I'll do. Honestly, and it's probably going to be Kintaro, the Sweet Tooth Salary Man. That's probably what I'm gonna mine. Because yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll probably just have like a Kintaro deck, and then I'll have, some other deck or whatever. If something really crazy pops up in something else that's like a target one sentence and it's just like so incredibly thought-provoking that I absolutely feel I have to have it, then I'll probably just get it and put it in another deck. But yeah, I'll probably just keep like a Kintaro deck and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, Sword Art Online or whatever the crap you're watching, What are your thoughts on Glossica? I tried but couldn't get into it. Duolingo, Link, Closemaster, and Italki are my go-tos. I think Glossica could be a great idea if they would structure their sentences. Like I get at the beginning it's a little bit hard because you have to get words in front of people. But I think instead of having, like, for the first 5 sentences would be like, that is a flower. Okay. And then my living room chair is brown. Okay. And then it'll be like, I went to the store to buy celery. Okay. And then it'll be like, my motorcycle has a flat tire. And it's like, if they would just build on one another instead of being completely random every single time, like, I think that could be beneficial. So, like, if it would be like, that is a flower. And so you get the concept of that is, and then whatever the word is. So then it could be like, that is a cup. Okay. So that is a cup. And I still have the same grammatical structure. And then you can branch off from that and use cup again in the next sentence and be like, I have a cup. That way you can understand the process between I have, like that grammatical structure. And then you could branch into that. I have a car. Okay, I have a car. So there's a new word. So then car, and then it could be like, I am driving my car. Like, I feel like that would be, it'd probably take way too long to set up, but I feel like that would be more beneficial. And its price is ridiculous. Glossica, there's no way I would pay that much a month for it. Duolingo, Link, Closemaster, and Italki are my go-tos. Yeah, those are. Yeah, man. Do what makes you happy, man. That's definitely what it's got to be. Can you talk us through your current language learning method now that you're doing your own thing? Well, I'm still doing pretty much the same thing. Like, I'm still immersing and looking words up as I come to them. I just, if I feel like doing Duolingo on a live stream, I do it. If I feel like doing whatever else the case may be, I do it. And then I'm not worried about hitting a certain amount of hours. I study when I have time. And actually, somebody had posted, I think it was the Japan Code on my Twitter had posted, because I posted today about, hey, what's something cool that you've accomplished lately? And he was talking about how once he relaxed, he actually started immersing more. And that's actually what I've found is now that I'm not like, oh my God, I have to make sure my YouTube viewers don't hate me because I'm not doing things that they want exactly to a T, I'm actually getting in front of the language more because I'm just doing what I want, and it's not for the thought of I need to do this or that. It's because it's something I want to do. So I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, I watch TV, I watch YouTube videos. If I hear a word and it really sticks out, I'll look it up. I do need to get better about putting into Anki and using Anki, but I'll read. I haven't been on Link in a little while. I need to get back on there, which once you get out of a habit of something, it's a little bit hard to get back into, but I need to get back on Link with going through some Japanese videos that I've imported and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. I was thinking if maybe the WWE website could be changed to Japanese. Well, on the network, they actually have all their newer shows, like all their newer, I don't know about now with COVID, but all their newer pay-per-views and stuff, probably for the last few years, they have the Japanese audio available. So that could definitely be something. I've tried watching wrestling in the past, though, but like I said, I get to the point, like I get so enthralled with what's happening that sometimes it's like I tune the commentary out. So, but yeah, that's definitely an option. I'll probably go through and see what all they have for the Japanese audio. Ushi. Fox.
Kitsune.
Kitsune. キツネ Okay.
私たちは動物園でキツネを見ました。
We 見ました will oh wait no we saw because it's 見ました we saw 動物園でキツネ we saw foxes at the zoo.
鳩は馬に乗りました。
鳩は馬になりました so what is 鳩?
鳩
The pigeon. Okay, I've not seen that. The pigeon rode a horse.
馬
Okay.
馬
何匹?
何匹鹿海静か
I've enjoyed watching your progress, Seabolt. What's been your favorite anime you've immersed in thus far? What is my favorite anime? Man, that's hard because I've not watched a lot of anime. I'm trying to think. Let's see, what would I have enjoyed the most of what I've watched? I've really liked Full Metal Alchemist, what I watched. Sorry. I liked Full Metal Alchemist. What else did I watch? The Devil is a Part-Timer was really, really cool. I watched Violet Evergarden, and it was okay in the beginning, and then I didn't really like it at the end, and that's even without really understanding a lot of what was going on. I don't know, I didn't really care for it towards the end. I think it was cool at first, but then I just kind of got out of it. I have watched a little bit of One Punch Man, and I think it's pretty cool. I like it. So yeah, probably If I had to pick, I'd probably say like The Devil is a Part. Oh, let me go to my Netflix and see what all. Well, I guess I need to not have that. Let me go and look here. Jonathan Japanese. Trending now. Where's like continue watching? Okay. Apparently it's. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Let me see what else is on here. Japanese TV shows. Naruto. The Great Dictator. Oh, I liked Psyche K pretty well. Which I haven't watched all of it, but I liked what I saw of it. And I need to watch the anime version of Erased because it's like one of my favorite things. So yeah, I would say for what it's worth, maybe Full Metal Alchemist, maybe just because I did think it was pretty cool. What is your favorite anime? Favorite wrestler? Mine is Sting. Stopped watching wrestling around 2000, so I'm a relic. I don't know. I mean, I have Ric Flair tattooed on my leg, so Flair would be up there. Honestly, though, I have this conversation all the time with people, and I think that it depends on what you're going for. If you're going on pure realism and someone that makes you think the art of wrestling is real, I think Bret Hart would have to be in the top one ever because there was nothing that he did that wasn't for the purpose of selling you that match was really happening. And that is a rare thing. Even, if you watch before 2000, a lot of that stuff was still like that. But, like, man, he was just on another level of doing stuff. Like, every small little nuance. If he got hit in the leg, he sold that leg the rest of the match, you know? Like, there was, like, he was in pain. Like, I don't know. So he's up there. I like him. Like I said, I like Ric Flair. I like some Terry Funk. But yeah, it would be hard not to say, like, in terms of just overall ability, man, I freaking love Bret Hart. All right. Have you immersed with anime movies like Spirit? No, I want to do that though, but I have not. It's definitely something. Definitely something I want to watch those movies, but I haven't. Awesome technician. Same with Benoit. Yeah, Benoit's one of the best ever. He's so good. So good. All right, what do we got here? Kitsune ga suki desu. My younger sister likes foxes.
猿は木に登っています。猿は木に登っています。猿は木に登っています。
木に I can't even.
キツネ
Kitsune. That's kitsune. What am I doing?
木
Key.
に
Oh, right.
猿は木に登っています。
Yeah, that makes sense. 登っています。
登はと
登っています。
います。
Struggled with that one.
昨日は牛が生まれました。
昨日は
牛が生まれました。
Okay. A cow was born yesterday. I've been immersing with Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm with you. It's great. I'd have to say that my other favorite anime show has been Naruto, and that's just because it was my first. Yeah, man, it's something I should watch, man. People love Naruto. I've never watched it. Let me see. I think if it's on Netflix, I might try to give it a little bit of a shot. Let's see. Let's search for Naruto. Yeah, Naruto's on here. 9 seasons, and they also have Naruto the movie, and then Naruto, okay, the other movie, and then Naruto another movie. Okay, so yeah, there's plenty of Naruto content on here, so I will check that out. Shape of Voice has to be my favorite anime, though. That one is awesome. Shape of Voice. See a silent voice. I don't see that on Netflix, but I can check it out. That sounds cool. I will gladly
これは
check
鳩
this
で
out.
すか？
これは鳩ですか? Is this a pigeon?
あの狐はとても可愛いです。
What's up, Aka? Totemo kawaii. Okay. That fox is very cute.
鳩が飛んでいます。
Hato wa hotondeimasu. The pigeon is flying.
猿は木に登っています。
Saru wa ki ni nobotteimasu. The monkey is climbing a tree. Oh, that is night tree. Sorry, shape of voice is a Japanese translation. A silent voice is the English name. Okay, cool. I'll add that to my queue. There we go.
馬は重いです。
Uma wa onoi desu. Horses are heavy.
馬は動物です。
Okay, that's true too. Horses are animals. Write this in Japanese. A cow was born yesterday.
昨日
No.
は
Wa
牛
ushi
が
ga
生まれ
umari
ました。
mashita. Write this. The pigeon is flying.
鳩
Hato
が
ga
飛ん
ton hon
で
de
います。
imasu. But what am I reading here? Silent voice was so good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I wonder if let me see if there's subtitles for it. Which I mean, I can watch it regardless, but let me pause it so I don't get copyright strike. Boom, pause. What is happening? Subtitles in every language but Japanese. English, French, Spanish, Russian, Arabic. It's alright though. I can still watch it for listening. Dope. Pretty excited about that. Excited to see you back at it. Yeah, man. We're hanging out. Don't fall into the Duolingo trap. I'm not falling into any trap. I'm just hanging out on a stream here. I'm guessing Koe no, I don't know what that is. Koe no Katachi. Koe no okay, gotcha. Yeah. Koe no Katachi. So there we go. I learned something today. Katachi. Interesting. How do I get that off my screen? There we go. That's interesting. Koe no Katachi. The Norwegian Duolingo tree is awesome. Huge tree. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest, man. I remember looking at that one a long time ago and it was huge. Super, super huge. It was pretty cool though. I enjoyed it. I remember at the time I was thinking about trying to do, this was like a year or two ago, is Duolingo good for grammar or is Lingodeer superior? Lingodeer would definitely be better for grammar for sure. Yeah, like I don't know, like a year or two ago I was looking into doing either Swedish or Norwegian, and like I remember looking at the trees and I was like, man, I could finish the Swedish one so quick, but I could also do Norwegian. There's so much, man. That's so funny. It's crazy how much more there is. I guess the Norwegian people are like, we want everybody to learn our language. Grammar books are superior. Well, it depends on who you're talking to. Because if you're talking to me, I hate Tai Kim, like, completely. I think it is terrible. Could I ask you about the RTK deck you used? Did it have a recognition and recall card, or just the recognition? Did you write the kanji out? If not, why not? What did Matt suggest at the time? I don't remember what Matt suggested at the time. I think just for recognition. But there was just a recognition card. I actually did... I did the first, like, 500 of RTK. And then that's when they had just released the newer RRTK. And I just jumped to it. So there was only recognition cards in there. I didn't write anything down. at all. So I definitely didn't do that. I don't know what Matt suggested. Like when I actually started, I don't know what Matt suggested. To be honest, I know that at the point that I was at about halfway into it, a couple months into it, that's when they just try to do the recognition stuff. So, but yeah, hopefully that answered. Duolingo is just a supplement. Absolutely. Should not be your main resource for anything, but it's cute to do for a couple of minutes. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. Just hanging out and chatting and doing some Duolingo. Duolingo makes me nostalgic for when I first started learning Japanese. Yeah, man. I mean, it's it's been around forever. For a long time, anyway. After you get to your goals with Japanese, are you going to go back to your dabbling stuff, or will you go hard on another language like this one? That's tough, man. I have missed dabbling, because I do love dabbling, and I like dabbling because I love learning about other cultures. And I think that's a good way to do it. And just kind of get a better understanding of. It depends, because there's not a lot of languages that I want to know to a level that I would know Japanese. So I think it really would depend. The only other that's funny that you said that, Eduardo, because what I'm about to say is the only other language that really and truly I would like to speak at a very, very high level, like way more so than what I can, is Spanish. And that's just because I am in America. And it's such a critical needs language here because so much of our population speaks Spanish. And it's something I could use every day. I mean, like I said, I can walk outside of my house and within 5 or 10 minutes I could speak Spanish to someone. So I would like to learn, and not to mention, I mean, it could help with jobs in the United States and all that stuff. So yes, Spanish would be another one I would want to learn to a high level. But if you're asking me if I would like to learn, like, or not, I know that you're not asking this, but like the reason I dabble is because I can't say that I want to know Tagalog to a incredibly high level. I would love to learn some Tagalog, but not to a point to where I could watch TV shows and stuff like that. So, and that's the thing with like Japanese, watch some Japanese wrestling, some whatever. I think that'd be cool. And I think Spanish would be another one because I would watch Spanish content. Not to mention being able to speak with Spanish people. I mean, depending on how much time I would actually have to put into it, I could consider Korean a language that I would like to learn to a high level because my favorite movie of all time is Korean. But I don't know how much other Korean content I would watch or read or anything like that. So Korean's a language I would like to learn. I would like to learn more than more than dabbling in it. But I probably wouldn't spend the time that I would spend on Japanese on Korean. But Japanese is supposed to like kind of open that gate once you understand some grammar and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. And Chinese. I would like to learn Chinese too. But I don't know how far I would want to take that either. It depends on if my son really, really got involved with it. You got to get back on Spanish. Yeah. Thank you. The kanji deck I made contains the 245. Let's go. I made it so much. So each card would be made twice. I'm surprised no one pushed you to write. Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely. If someone pushed me to write, I probably wouldn't. I understand the writing thing because it does help cement stuff in your head. I've done that. I mean, when I would learn Spanish, I would write stuff. But I don't really have a lot of reasoning to write Japanese right now, just personally. So I don't know. Like no one, I don't know. I don't think anybody could really influence me to write because it's just not something I really want to do. I've watched most of your videos and maybe I missed it or didn't catch it at one point, but would you be willing to share what your ideal end goal with Japanese is? Super curious. I mean, realistically, I don't B2. I don't really have a level in mind. Like I'm probably not going to take any of the JLPT tests, like, cause it's just, I don't know. Like I mean, it would be cool to just even take the JLPT in 5, I guess, just to be like, hey, I took a test that's entirely in Japanese and I passed it. So, I mean, that could be kind of cool, I guess, but I don't really... I mean, the chances of me moving to Japan are pretty low. Unless something crazy with my wife changed. I think it would depend on what I was doing and how easy of a transition it would be for her and my son. But... You know, it's not a thing. Like, I don't really strive for the near native level because I think that's such a daunting goal. I think I would get sidetracked and be like, ugh, this is like, I think I would just like, it would be overkill for me to think about the mountain that I had to top. Once I get to a higher level, we'll see. But I mean, realistically, I want to be able to converse with people. Granted, that's almost never happened in my life. I guess I want to talk with my buddy Evan, who speaks Japanese. Maybe that would be cool. We could speak Japanese when he comes back home or something like that. But I think being able to watch some TV, converse, and be able to understand 90 to 95%, be able to understand 90 to 95% of what I'm hearing, and then be able to at least communicate my ideas, even if it's not like super finely detailed, but just the general information, and I would be happy. We were having a discussion on this. We were having a discussion on on Discord last night. I cannot read, Jesus. So, but yeah, that's my end goal. Is just overall comprehension, being able to just kind of migrate around in the language and whatever. Because that's the thing. I think that in the Japanese community, would you ever try to speak to your son in Japanese? And I have before, but nah, anytime I say stuff about Japanese or something, he always directs it to Chinese for whatever reason. So he'll do that. So, I mean, it'd be cool if he picked it up, but I'm not gonna, I would like to see if he would watch some like anime or something. I think he would like it. So, I mean, that would be something I would do. Because he's 4. I mean, it's the perfect age. Get him into it and whatever it is. I mean, he's going to pick up because he's so young. And his brain is, ready to receive that information. But yeah, I think, a lot of stuff with Japanese, I feel like a lot of people want to do because Japanese, a lot of people look at as a flex. Like, I see so many comments about Japanese. Oh, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. I can do this. And I have no... Turn on Pokemon. I have no interest in that. Like, I don't care... If it works for you, do it, but I don't really care. Like, I don't care about the idea of monolingual transition. I mean, it's cool, but look, man, I don't have to have a D-measuring contest with these people about how much Japanese I know. I'm learning it for myself. I don't care. It's cool that you can speak to a high level. It's cool that you can do this. It's cool that you understand what pitch accent means, and it's cool that you can, I don't know, like I said, do the monolingual but I don't care if you're coming at me from a regard of I'm better than you. I really don't, because we're learning Japanese for 2 completely different, you know what I mean? And so that's part of some of my issue with, honestly, language learning community as a whole, not just to pick on the Japanese community. But I mean, it's just one of those things. I've said this, I've talked about this before, but I remember being in a stream with Tokini Andy, and he was because he teaches from the Genki books. Really, really good job too. Really, really awesome guy. And he was teaching stuff, and he was going over sentences, and somebody popped in and was like, "Your pitch accent is terrible," and I'm like, what a thing to discourage learners in here about, and it's something they don't even know about. But if you introduce like, ugh. It's just some of the stuff that happens in the language community is gross, man. What a good response. Thanks for sharing the overall comprehension. Overall comprehension and being able to maneuver in a language would be pretty awesome. Oh yeah, that'd be super dope. That's definitely what I hope. Language isn't a flex, it's a means to communicate. If only everybody understood that. Like, and again, in no way, shape, or form am I mocking the guy who wants to sound like a native. That's an incredible goal. But I think people doing it and then, again, flexing about it and being like, look how much more superior I am. That's the, and I can't believe you're not learning the exact same way that I am. Like, that whole thing. I just don't like it. Japanese, Chinese, French, Russian, and Arabic are flex languages, and their learners are usually super competitive. And I think that maybe that's what makes people mad about me, is that I don't, like, when people are like, I'm better at this, and I'm just like, cool, I don't care. Maybe it's because I don't give a response to that. Maybe that's what makes people mad sometimes about the way that I learn. Are there more efficient ways that I could be learning? Probably. Have I tried a lot of different things? Yeah. Am I learning currently? I am. I'm retaining information. I can still read some. I can read some stuff. I can do whatever. And if I'm happy, I don't see why it makes rando stranger on the internet mad. So that's just my take on it. If I want to do Duolingo in a live stream, who cares? If you don't like the Duolingo portions, don't watch the Duolingo portions. Just listen to me talk. If you don't want to listen to me talk, don't listen to me talk. I don't know. That's just... The language community is weird, man. It's really, really weird. Very, very strange. But that's alright, though. And honestly, I think from where YouTube is so overran with... No, not overran. That's not a good word. I think from where YouTube is so, like, there's so many people that know, like, most people don't do what I'm not saying I innovated anything, but most people don't do what I'm doing. Most people don't give you constant updates of the struggle of going through a language. And I think you see a lot of these people online sometimes, and you forget that they went through that. They just didn't document it on YouTube. And so it's easy to kind of point a finger at me and be like, you're not overly good. It's just because I'm going through the process. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hard to do. Which language are you learning? Japanese. I think another thing is that a lot of Japanese learners seem to be pretty young. Yeah, like within the... Yeah, I could see what you... I don't know. They may be, they may not. Probably younger than me. I mean, I'm 33, so most of them are probably younger than me. Oh, cool. Yeah. What language are you studying, Professor X? Alright, so I'll show you guys Satori Reader. No, thought I hit .com. Welcome or sign in. What is my freaking sign in name? Hold on, let me do this on Satori Reader. Bump. I'm currently studying Spanish and German. Nice. That's cool. I enjoy some... I enjoy both of those languages. German, I would love to eventually learn German too, just because it's like my like heritage. Fuck, I don't know I honestly don't know what my password is. What is my password? All right, I have no clue what my password. Oh, that probably I have the wrong email in. All right, we got it. I can show you guys some Satori Reader here. Okay, sorry. I'm currently studying Spanish C1. Nice, that's super awesome. I would love to be there at some point. Do you think one of the reasons for the negative response to that one video posted on Reddit was because you were giving people advice? At such a low level. But the thing is, I wasn't giving them advice. I'm asked almost every video, how should I start immersing? I didn't say what worked. I said, this is how I went about getting into it. And I think a lot of that video was blown out of proportion because I didn't say this is the absolute tried and true method for learning a language, I'm asked all the freaking time, how do I get into immersion? How do I get into it? How do I do it at such an early level? What is the way that I do that? And then I make a video and people freaking lose their mind. So, I mean, at the same time, to be fair, I understand because I am a low level. But I mean, I was asked the question, so it kind of go. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. Like how to sentence, but the sentence mining though is how you sentence mine. You watch a show, you look for something that you understand all but one word, and you put it in Anki. Doesn't matter what level you are. I mean, that's you look up sentence mining on Refold, the MIA website, or whatever. I guess, does Yoga have a site? But that's literally what sentence mining is. So I don't know. I'm Brazilian, by the way. Oh, nice, cool. I want to do Japanese or Mandarin as my first Asian language. Do it, man. Do you have a preference? Like, do you have a draw to one versus the other? Like I said, though, I mean, I get it. That's why I ultimately pulled the videos, because, you know, it's just one of those things where I was like, whatever. I mean, all I was doing was answering questions that I get all the time, and that wasn't good. So I've learned from that experience to just not answer some questions and just continue on. But it's all good. I mean, honestly, the response on Reddit was a lot more positive than I thought, because I generally consider Reddit like a dumpster fire, but I was actually really, really shocked to see how the comments were very positive in my favor, and I was really overwhelmed at seeing a lot of that stuff. I'm really in doubt. You don't know? Reddit is also guilty of giving advice way below their level. Yeah, for sure. Maybe Mandarin is more spoken, so I don't know. Depends on where you are. There's a big misconception in the United States that the majority of Chinese speakers are Mandarin, but a lot of them are actually, like a lot of the Chinese restaurants. Well, I mean, you can find Mandarin speakers, but a lot of the Chinese restaurants and stuff like that are actually Cantonese speakers. There's a Cantonese restaurant about 20 minutes that way. I know that means nothing to you guys, but there's a Cantonese restaurant very, very close. Some communities are great. If they're smaller communities, they're good. If they're larger communities, they're bad. Definitely can be. Did Matt comment on that video at all? I don't know if he did at all. I do know that I have talked to Matt before, and it's funny how he disagrees with a lot of not disagrees with a lot of stuff. There's stuff that I've talked to him about, and he's like, what is that person talking about? And yet they're trying to, whatever. But the stream has been out since when? This stream? I started this stream. Whoa. Hold on, let me refresh here, guys, because okay, I started the stream 73 minutes ago. Let me turn this back to live chat. There we go. Yeah, I started the stream 73 minutes ago. Let's see here. True. I mean, worldwide, but it depends on lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, realistically, you're probably not going to go wrong either way. Like, it depends on what you want to learn. You could do the Luke Truman approach. Just learn both of them. So I think that would be pretty cool. I feel that video was a major turning point in your viewers' attitude towards you, man. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. That's YouTube in a nutshell. It's kind of the theory of if you're talking to somebody and you say 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 4, 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 7 is 7, 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 10 is 10. They're not going to concentrate on the 9 correct you got. They're going to concentrate on the 1 wrong you got. And that's life in general, outside of languages. But it's been cool, man. I mean, my channel's still growing. Like, I had 10 or 12 people unsubscribe from me from when I released the video, but then I gained 50 subscribers. So I don't want people sticking around if they don't like me. Like, I would rather them just not watch. Like, I don't care about the views and stuff that much to where I'm like, oh no, please don't go. Like, I want people to watch, but I don't want people to watch because I've become something I'm not. I want to be who I am, and if that makes people mad and they don't want to watch, I mean, it is what it is. That's the world. Just like the news, you can choose to turn it off. Zachary Kilburn, yes, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, you know, and it's good. For the 99.9% of people who watch my channel are super awesome. It's just sometimes the 1%. Same thing I said with the math problem. It's the one that always catches people and that you spend a lot of time focusing on. But hey man, it is what it is. It's YouTube. YouTube doesn't come without some issues from time to time, so here is Satori Reader, for those who are wondering. There's a whole bunch of stuff on here. If you suddenly blew up and could make a living from YouTube, would you go for it? Let's say if it was guaranteed, but you had to quit the job you were doing right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Heading out, I'll keep watching your stuff. Your realness and language is needed. So, if I suddenly blew up, so the thing is there's no way to guarantee it. I mean, if it was absolutely guaranteed, I mean, I doubt I would quit my job because that's guaranteed in a different level. YouTube could close tomorrow, and if I'm guaranteed, let's say $100,000 for a year, but YouTube shuts down in a year, where am I at? That's kind of the... YouTube is so up and down, and you really never know what's going on from minute to minute. So it would be hard. It would take I would have to make a crap ton of money to quit my job, and I like what I do. So it would take a lot to get me to quit my job. Appreciate that, Eduardo. Authenticity is key. You do great. Thanks. I appreciate that. I got to go. Nice stream. I like your style. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Yeah, thanks, Professor X. I appreciate you coming by. My initial thoughts were people didn't like you becoming more of a voice for their method when you hadn't shown results yet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've tried to be very, very clear that I'm in no way... I talk to Matt, and I talk to, but like, and I mean, I'm friends with Matt, and I'm friends with a few other people, but I'm not a representation of it. It's just part of what I was doing, and I try to always be clear about that. But I failed in that regard, I guess. But now you don't have to worry about it because it's dissolved. So, you know. Which, I mean, I know there's other things, but I will probably stray away from talking about stuff like that because of the negative thing. I think you actually said that in the video. What? The being a voice? The thing is, most people doing that method don't upload. They upload like once a month. Like, you don't really get to see a full what they're going through and what's happening on the regular. They'll upload sometimes once a month. Sometimes they'll do once every 3 months or something like that. I mean, whatever, man. I mean, it's water under the bridge at this point in that regards. I mean, it's that you weren't a representative. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Like I said, I try to say that often. Like, I take a lot from that method, a very large portion of what I do, but I also still do some of my own stuff. And I don't work for Matt. I don't work for any of these people. Like, so it's, it is whatever. So, as a matter of fact, I had a conversation with Matt when my channel started blowing up. And I said, I don't want you to ever think that I'm like trying to like get in on the MIA name or any of that stuff. And he said, I'm not worried about it, man. He said, you're the channel that everybody has always wanted. You're the guy that's uploading regularly and letting people know, you know, what's going on versus some of the other people. So it's hilarious to know that he said that, and then people, you know, so. I think no method works for me. I'm a daily mess, but I keep at it. You just gotta, I mean, that's honestly, the only method that truly works is consistency. Because that's the only thing that constantly gets you. So, I don't seem to stick to one. Just keep surrounding yourself with the language. I mean, it's, you know, you gotta just keep on messing with it and keep on moving forward. That's the only method that works is consistency. Because you can't do something for a day and then it's not that the method didn't fail. You just didn't constantly, you know, do whatever. I feel bad for Matt, who keeps having to reiterate things like this, and people overanalyze his every word. Yeah, man. I mean, he's I don't know. He's incredibly talented at what he does, and I feel like it's really easy to just take. I mean, we do it with everything, man. We do it with politics. We do it with religion. We do it with everything. Like, we hear everything the way we want to hear it, and we'll argue someone over the same point because they heard it different. That's just the world. Moving forward in a more positive light, any ideas for new language learning videos? Perhaps experience related rather than what you think people should be doing. No, I'll probably stay away from like advice videos. I'll talk about what I do, like, and what is working for me, but I will probably stay away from like any kind of this method is this or that. So, have you ever used Satori Reader? Yes. Never mind, you answered my question. It's all good. I was bringing this up because I was going to show some people, like, just to give you an example, like Okuniku here. So when you click on, there's a ton of stories here, but it'll tell you the difficulty. I'm not sure what this difficulty rating is out of. I don't know if this is out of 5. I would say, but they've actually been uploading stuff recently with like sound effects too, so it's like a full comprehensive story. I'm just going to do voice only because I don't want to play this and get like a copyright strike. But anyway, so you'll play the audio, which will play here, and then the words are here. You can actually set your kanji to, you can do according to my knowledge, standard spelling. No, so if you click standard spelling, I guess it'd be how it is. But anyway, so you can do, yeah, according to my knowledge, or even none, right? Like you can have it to where it's just no kanji at all, which I guess some people would find refreshing. And if there's no kanji at all, it doesn't jack up the parsing, because I mean these are all manually done, so it's really, really cool. You can have spaces or no spaces, but anyway, so which this wouldn't be a good example because there's only 2 words, but there's a thing at the end that will of course give you the full translation of the sentence, but then you can also click on each individual word. So Okuniku. So Okuniku, Inner Niku, a mountainous region near the more populated city of Niku, known for its beauty scenery. Okay, so, and then here, so we'll say dai, ordinal number, okay, ichi, so first, well, count for stories, and then you can learn that way, and then you can add to your study list. And this makes a flashcard, and it'll basically pop this up, but it'll also pop it up to you within the entire context of the sentence, which I can do that right now. Let's do that. Let's add to your study list. Saving. Boom. And then if you come across that, which you probably won't in here again, but, you know. So, boku, I, me, no, boom, add to your study list. Oji-san, so my granddad, to, and, whoops, oba-san, so grandmother, wa, particle, okay. So, my grandfather and grandmother. Okay. Okuniku, to, marks quotation, iu, name. Yamaoku, deep in the mountains. Anyway, so you go through all that, and then, okay, my grandma and grandpa lived were living deep in the mountains in a place called Okuniku. So that's kind of where you go. And then when you go to your flashcards, review your cards now. Koibito. What? Why is that here? Oh, because I started reading another story. Okay, let's just get this one out of the way right now. I don't want to do that. All right, so wa. Okay, so this is your flashcard. You recently seen this word in this sense in this sentence. So then you'll play it. Okuniko daiichi wa. Okay, so then it kind of reminds you, boom, this is what it is. Show answer. Wa. Counter for stories. Right. And then you click it. So Satori Reader rocks, man. And from where it's curated, like, I love Link for importing my own stuff, but I like Satori Reader better because I feel like they go through each one individually and make sure the audio is right, it's parsed correctly. Like, I haven't ran into any weird parsings of words yet or anything like that. And I have used this extensively. I noticed that I had 2 cards, but I've cleared all my cards because I went a while without using it, and it was just so much. I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'll just revisit that. But yeah, man, it's, sometimes I was trying to find something that's, I don't know how it would look. Sometimes it'll have, here we go. So this full sentence is underlined. And so it'll tell you, this is perhaps the most challenging sentence in this episode. So if you had trouble, don't feel bad. Let's break it down together. And it'll actually go into more crazy, like, grammatical breakdowns and try to help you understand. Look how long this explanation is to really get you into what it is. So it's more than just a translation. It'll give you, like, more grammar points. So anyway, all right, let me go to the comments here. By the way, Satori Reader Satori Reader rules. I love it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers who are, like, kind of, like, not sponsored, but they're doing the stuff with Satori. I'd love to do some stuff like that sometime with them. Do you like flashcards? Do you like using multiple flashcard systems as opposed to one? Yeah, it depends on what it was. Like, I'm going to start, when I start mining Kintaro, I will probably use Anki for that. But honestly, a lot of words that I learn, I'll probably just learn from reading and use Satori Reader's system as of right now. But we'll see. That's the plan, though. There should be a Kantaro Sweet Tooth Salaryman Season 2. Oh my god, yes. I would love that so much. Seabolt Gang, what's up? I'm still working on learning a couple Romance languages, but I really want to learn another script simply because of how cool it is. Do it. Do it. Is Satori Reader free? So you can access some of the stuff for free. Like, they do give a little bit, but no, it is a paid site. It's like, they had it on I don't know if it still is, but around Black Friday, you could get it for $4.99 a month for the first 3 months. It's not billed all at once like a lot of those places are. It's literally just $4.99 a month. And then after that, I think it goes to $7.99 a month. It's really, for what it is not bad at all. And it seems like, I think they add stuff pretty regularly on here. And they have there's so much stuff. They even have, like, these right here, these Japanese extra credits are literally just conversation pieces. So here's working on the verb to be. So standard, boom. So inu desu. Okay. Oh, it is a dog. So it actually goes through and teaches you some of that stuff. It's really, really cool. Have you ever watched the Japanese Originator show? No, I have not watched that. I have not. Yeah, I've recently added right here. So they've actually added, look, since December 9th, man, they've added just in the month of December, actually, if you look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've added 9 things, and it's 19 days into December, so. How much do you think you have spent on language learning? Like, money-wise? I pay for Link. But I've used it for multiple languages, so it'd be hard to say. I mean, not like a ton. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that because it's, I don't know. The Wolverine anime is in Japanese on Netflix right now. What? The Wolverine anime. Let me go look at this. Wolverine. Marvel Wolverine. Let's see what we got her. Pause before I get a copyright strike. Whoa. And they have subtitles. Ooh. Okay. We are going to be adding that one to the queue. That's super dope. I appreciate the information on that. Didn't you say you have Duo Plus, Memorize Paid version, etc.? I do have Duo Plus. I do not have Memorize Paid. No. Duo Plus, that's more so for my son, as I mentioned earlier, though, because from where he clicks on the symbols and stuff in Chinese, I don't want him, like, a wrong answer and him failing a lesson. Also, I use Duolingo for years free, so I don't mind paying for it occasionally. I usually don't keep it longer than a month or so, which, depending on how my son does with, you know, wanting to learn Chinese and stuff, I guess that could vary, but yeah. Yeah, Satori Reader rocks, though. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing more Satori Reader on stream, but the problem is, like, that's what I like about Duolingo, as I mentioned. There's, you know, with Duolingo, I can literally pop into a lesson, like even this, right? All right, te form. We will now take a look at 3 more purposes for the te form. Te imasu. Used for actions in progress. Yondeimasu means I am reading. Okay, we are used. Oh, there's questions over here. Let me answer them. So it's just easier to do versus like intently trying to read. Let's see. For every Matt, there's 99 Seabolts. I love Matt. I think Matt gets a bad rap about a lot of stuff. Matt is a really, really good dude. As I said before, he has always been like there. Like he's always helped me out. He's been a really, really good dude. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, no. I love Matt. Your experience is probably the norm for most of us with a life. I'm interested in seeing if a normal person can succeed with immersion. Yeah, and that's exactly, you know, and again, that's exactly what I want to be. I want to be the person who, I'm not a college student or someone who just graduated high school, going into college, who has a ton of free time before their semester starts, or you're in high school, maybe you're a senior, but you don't have a lot of homework. Of course, now you don't have anything. I don't really know what's happening with online school, but I don't want to be, you know, the guy who's like, oh, well, he had 8 hours. You know, I want to, like, I can study an hour or 2, sometimes 3. Weekends I can maybe do a little bit more, but I want to be the normal life of that. You know what I mean? That's where I want to be. Is just the person who, you know, I'm a normal dude learning Japanese at what honestly, probably the average person may even have more time than me. Just here to give you more support and recommend Alice in Borderland on Netflix. Let me go check out that. Alice in Border. Ooh, that looks... Let's see what we got here. Alright, I'm going to add that to my playlist. Let's see, I was trying to... Oh, here we go, episodes and info. An aimless gamer and his 2 friends find themselves in a parallel Tokyo where they're forced to compete in a series of sadistic games to survive. That sounds freaking awesome. Cool. Yep, adding that to my list. I will start watching that soon. How's it going, Seabolt? It's going really, really well. Really, really well. I will be one of Matt's success stories. I will. As of right now, I mean... that's the thing. It's hard, like, people can only see what I show them, and it's hard to show everything. Like, I've advanced a lot. That's not saying I know Japanese and I'm, like, perfect. It's not even saying that I can hold a conversation or read any of these texts perfectly fine. That's not saying that. But I know where I was in April, and I know where I am now, and I've made a lot of improvements. So, I know that you weren't saying that in a weird negative way or anything. I know that, but I'm just saying, like, it's hard for, you know, I don't know. Alice in Borderland is awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Would you get a tattoo of a kanji? Man, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to say that because I have I have so many random tattoos. Like I have Ric Flair tattooed on my leg. I have Sonic the Hedgehog, and stuff like that tattooed on my. So I mean, it's hard for me to say no because it's not like there would be a better idea, but I don't know if I would or not. How's the Japanese break going? It was good, and now I'm back on. I'm studying and watching stuff and trying to learn some words, and it's going. It's the break went well, and now the getting back into it is going well. In Link, how many known links do you have? Just to have a tangible feel. Let me. And then my wife is actually on her way home, so I'll have to get off here in just a second because my son will be with her, and he's Link. He's not Link. He's what? Where's my? Oh, I'm not logged in. Why am I never logged in on these sites? What is my username? I never know my name to any of these places. Alright, so now let me take this down here just to show you guys my Japanese. Where's that page and this page? Boom. 1221 is where I'm at on Link. Would you like to receive push notifications? No, thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing I like about Link. Realistically, that's like one of the more tangible, like, I don't know. It definitely feels more tangible to be like, oh, okay, cool. I know X amount of words, so I can see. Because I remember, I think when I started, I would have to go look, but I feel like that was like 150 or 200, which I knew more words than that when I started in April, but yeah. 1221 is a lot. I need to get. I'm anxious. I would ideally have loved to have finished above like 1500 by the end of the year, but you know, it is what it is, man. Also, putting goals like that, it is just whatever. If you had to show YouTube your progress, how would you do it without simply saying I've improved 1%? I have no clue. I wish I had the answer to that. Steve said that. Link, yeah, I've been beta testing Link 5.0. Did that happen yet? If you noticed, yeah, no, it's not. It's still being worked on. I haven't used it in a little while, but yeah, I've beta tested the new Link. It's completely different in a good way. It's like a lot more sleek and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to give you guys, if you want to get your last questions in, because I'm going to have to get off here in just a second. Plus, I've been going for almost an hour, 40 minutes. So get your last little couple of questions in. I'll give you about a minute or two, because I know there's a little bit of a delay, and then I will be wrapping up. I'm pretty sure it's not out yet. I use Link every day, and it doesn't seem... Yeah, it's there's nothing different yet. 5.0 will be out, though. I don't know when. But I know they're working on it. I know that, like, due to the lockdowns and all that stuff, I think it's made them a little bit slower with being able to roll some stuff out, just with having people work and stuff like that on it. But yeah, they've done a lot to it, man. It's really cool. Let me see. Where's test flight? Test flight. Continue. No thanks. We're gonna update. Thank you for answering my tricky questions this stream. I mean, it's... Hey, man, that's the thing. Like, I think there's a lot of people who think that... Could not install polygloss. Okay. There's a lot of people that think that then you say, there's a lot of people that think that, oh, well, I do videos, I shouldn't be doing this or that or whatever. But it's your right to answer questions. I mean, ask questions. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to do this. I don't know. Eric said I could share some pictures, but I will share. Let me mute the... Oh, not that. Let me mute this. One last video of my ginormous face. I shaved. I tried to do this like Harley race mutton chop thing. And then I saw how gigantically fat my neck was, and I was like, all right, that's enough of that. Here is this is the Link 5.0 and what it looks like. You get your, I don't even know what that is. Switch Japanese. So you get your stuff here. I mean, there's more searches. I'm just giving you a very basic version of it. Click here. All right, let me load up a story just for the sake of, well, it's probably not a good one because I know everything. But, so it looks like this. Let me find a word that I don't know. Why is Sanju? So that's 30. All right, so here's a good example. So for some, I guess because they used to be numbers and somebody's went in and changed them. So, all right, so Sanju, click on it. All right, cool. There's the audio. And then you're going to click, I can't see on the screen and go reverse. So you're going to click the 1, boom, and then that's where it's like, oh, no, new, recognized, familiar, learned, or known, which I know it, and then just click no, boom. Anyway, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. I mean, it's pretty, you can still view the sentence down here, boom, in sentence mode. You've got is that flashcards, I guess? Yeah. Oh, that's your flashcards do. So the flashcards, I guess they've updated, so you can click that. I need to review 22 flashcards apparently. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. And I'll do a much bigger stream because I wouldn't want to do anything now because it's in beta. Like some stuff's not gonna work. Like, you know. So it is what it is. But also, I don't know if you noticed on the side there's the colors. Like this looks like 77 known words in this, 0 new that I've seen, or, you know, there's no unknown words that I've been exposed to, which would be the yellow or orange here, and the blue would be words that I haven't seen. I've seen all the words in that, so that's what that looks like now. So it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. How's the Migaku? How is? Sorry, I can't read. How's the Migaku browser extension going? It's going. I mean, it is going, I guess. From where I kind of didn't do a lot of stuff. The last, starting in late November-ish, which is about when I got it up and running. I haven't honestly used it overly extensively, and I don't want to talk about it too much. From what I've used, it's incredible because there's actually even a method on there where you can press a button and it'll auto import any +1 sentence into your Anki deck, which is incredibly cool. A lot of really cool stuff. I'm not familiar enough with it to give an honest, like, this thing is, you know, the way to go. Although it definitely appears, I mean, it's really useful. Like the subtitles pop up on the side and it'll show you, like, words will be underlined and stuff like that. That'll show you if you've seen it or not. Like, it's really well done. It's highly recommending supporting yoga anyway, and then support all of them, man. So, I mean, if it's a creator you like, support them. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you like them, support them. But go check that out. So I think my wife just pulled in, though, guys. I am going to end the stream. Thanks a lot. It was really, really fun. I'm glad that people turned out. Streams, I'm going to be, you know, streaming stuff like this probably regularly, doing some Duolingo, or maybe I'll just kind of breeze through some Satori Reader. We'll do some Link or something like that. And because I can't, you know, again, I can't really do my immersion because that's copyright. But yeah, so, and hopefully next time this will be a little bit more grown in, so it don't look stupid. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Follow me on social media at Seabolt Speaks, and I hope to see you guys in the very, very near future. Thanks a ton, guys. I will see you all. The interface looks really nice. It does. But yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. Please stream more. I will. I promise.